Hi everyone. Now we'll discuss model number 6 interfacing 8051 which carries 20 marks in external exam. In this unit I have solved all the questions which are asked in question bank. The first question is write a schematic algorithm to interface an alphanumeric LCD to 8051, or the same question asked in another way. List the pins of alphanumeric LCD model which help in interfacing with the microcontroller. Ask for 10 marks, or sometimes they are going to ask for 5 marks. In another way to ask same, sketch a schematic for interfacing a 8 cross 2 alphanumeric LCD to 8051 in 8-bit data mode. Here we'll start how to interface LCD to 8051. Okay, LCD is finding widespread use replacing the LEDs for the following reasons. Before using the LCD, they were used to LEDs for displaying the characters. Instead of using the LEDs, nowadays you are using the LCDs because of the following reasons. The declining prices of the LCD. Nowadays LCDs are available in very less cost. Second reason, the ability to display the numbers, characters and graphics. You can display all these on LCD screen. Incorporation of a refreshing controller into the LCD, thereby relieving the CPU of the task of refreshing the LCDs. So here we can refresh the LCD screens by using LCD refreshing controls instead of by using the CPU of 8051. Last reason is ease of programming for characters and graphics. You can write the programs very easily to display the characters and graphics on the LCD displays. Now we'll see in this diagram how we are going to interface the LCD with 8051. You can see in diagram, you can see the port as well as LCDs. This is 8051 and this is LCD, how it is connected through the different port pins and which are the pins connected to here. You can see now I'm going to enlarge this one. You can see, okay, I'm showing the diagram completely. It makes easy to understand the numbers. So here LCD1, this one, these are numbers. The first pin is connected to ground, second is connected to VCC with a resistor to limit the higher current. Next one is potentiometer, that is ground, VE, RS, read, enable pin, and total 8 bits you are going to transmit on the LCD screens. Next LED-A and LED-K, which is connected to one VCC, one ground to give the power supply, and these pins total all 8 data pins is connected to the your ports 21 to 28. Port number I have mentioned. These are address lines, and remaining 3 pins are connected to interrupt not, interrupt 1 as well as stay not, that is connected to enable pin and reset pin and read writable pin. These are pins which are connected, and this side you can see the crystal to connect externally. Here the external crystal are using to get the frequency of 11.0592 MHz, and these are pins used to enable to interface your LCD. In this way the connection of 8051 is happened. This is a pin, 40 is VCC, 20 is the ground. Now we will see the LCD requires 3 control lines as I told now. RS, that is reset, read, writable and enable, and 8 data lines you need. The number of on data lines depends on the mode of operation. The depends on which mode you are selected in 8051, depends on that it is going to receive the data. If it is operated in an 8-bit mode, then 8 data lines plus 3 control lines required. Totally you need L1 lines are required. Already I have connected here. If you are operated in 4-bit mode, you need 4 data lines plus 3 control lines. You need 7 lines are required. That is makes to interface the 8051 with LCD. Next, pin descriptions. What are the functions of every pins of your LCD which are connected here? You can see the pins. That is first pin of your LCD is VSS. That is the description I have given here. It is ground. It is not a use for any input or output. Next, VCC, power supply 5 volt. VE, again power supply to control the contrast of your LCD. Next, RS, that is it is input for the LCD. You have to give the input from the 8051 to the LCD. RS is equal to 0 to select command register. If RS is equal to 1 to select the data register. If RS is equal to 0 means you have to send the commands before sending the characters or graphics. Once you are start sending the characters, you have to make RS should be 1. That means it differentiate between commands as well as data. Fifth one, read bar write, that is input pin. Again, if you want to read, R bar W should be 0. So for write, if you want to read, it should be 1. For write, R W bar, that should be 0. If it is 1 means you are going to perform the read operation from the LCD. Next, E, that means enable. Input it used as an input as well as output. Remaining all are used as an input as well as output. DB0 to DB7, these are pins from 7 to 14 of LCD used for to carry the 8-bit data, okay, through the 8-bit data bus. Now we'll see how to send the data or commands to the LCD with time delay. Here, to send any commands to the LCD, make RS0, that is your LCD as well as 8051 is going to operate in command mode. In there you can't send any data. Before sending data, you have to send the commands to make ready for to display the characters. For data, you have to make it RS is equal to 1. Then by sending the high to low pulse to the E pin to enable the internal latch of LCD. That's why how to send the high to low pulse. So E pin is I have connected in interface the particular pins, interrupt pins of your external. Using that you can send the high to low pulse, that is internal latch of the LCD. This is shown in the figure. As well as now we'll see the how you are going to interface. Here I have given the code below. Write an ALP to initialize the LCD and display the message 2016. Say the command to be given 38H, that is 2 lines 5x7 matrix I am using here. OEH LCD on cursor on. 01 is for clears LCD, 06 for shift to the cursor right, 86 for cursor line 1 position 6. Here the matrix is 5 rows 7 columns you have on this LCD. Okay, on this one how you are going to display the characters on particular line, particular position you have to select for to display the characters on the LCD screens. That's why I mentioned all, and whatever number I have given here, for that I have used 38H. The meaning of 38H I have given there, and as well as next 0EH also I have used in the ALP, 01H I have used, 6 also I have used, 86 also I have used. The meaning of this one already I mentioned in the program. According to that one I use those numbers. The ORG 0H move A, 38H, this is going to operate LCD into 5x7 matrix. Next you have to call the function of to write the data, that is the function name I have given COMN WRT means command write subroutine. Next a call delay is give the LCD for some time to retain in the same position. Next you have to give display on 0EH, cursor is on, cursor is going to blink on the LCD screen. Again you have to call the function of COMN WRT. After that you have to call the delay function. Next go for clear the LCD. If anything is displaying on the LCD, make it clear, make it blank to display the new message, that is for move A, #01. Next a call command WRT. Again a call delay, same thing. Again next is to shift the cursor right, it is going to display from the right side. For that you have to use 06 is a number, move A, 06H. Again call the subroutine, command subroutine, because now you are sending the commands not a data. That's why for that I am return the subroutine COMN WRT, that is command write, that is command subroutine. So using the a call you are going to call the subroutine as well as the delay. Finally you have to keep the cursor at line number 1 and position number 6 are selected. For that I am giving the command, again call the command. Now you have to start displaying the numbers. First number is 2, move A, 2, that is written in the double quote, that ASCII value of 2 is going to take by the 8051, that is corresponding to number is going to display on the screen. Now we'll go next, continue program of next page. 2 is displayed, again same thing in you have to display the 0. Now we'll see here. Okay, now we'll go for next. After sending the 2, you have to call the data. Now command is over, now you are sending the data, that's why I'm calling the data subroutine. A called DATA WRT, it's a display subroutine. Next 2 is going to display for the some time, that is I am given the delay. Next same thing for move a comma hash 0, a call data WRT, a call delay, same thing is repeated until to display the last character, that is 6, until unless it will be same. Again after sending all the characters, again colon SJMP, again it is going to wait here for some times. Now we'll see what will be written in the command subroutine and data subroutine. So now I have given the program for command subroutine, that is COMWRT colon. Every time calling the command subroutine, it comes here, it executes these commands. Next we'll go for remaining characters. See here, this is command subroutine. Again same thing, I'll go for data subroutines, how it is going to send the data through the port. That's I have written here, and finally delay, I have given the delay. So these 3 subroutines should be right after the end of the sending the characters. Now we'll see here for command subroutine move p1 comma a. So you are sending the commands to the accumulator, from accumulator to port to your display. Next it is rs0 for command, that's why I'm making rs0. And for writing you have to keep rw bar is equal to 0 and send enable pin e1 is equal to high to enable your LCD, and give the some time for LCD a call delay. Again e is equal to 0 for high to low pulse to enable, and this is for the command. And return, after return next instruction is going to execute after the command return subroutine. I have called the delay. For delay I have written the delay move r3 comma 50 here to, next move r4 comma 255 here. I given some delay, maximum delay is 255, you can store into the r4. And djnz r4 comma here, it is till r4 becomes 0, it will be in the same loop. After that djnz r3 comma here to, and final last instruction is ret. After that ret, the delay program is going to end, it go for next instruction which is return on the a call delay. For data return subroutine I have written to send the data move p1 comma a, again the character take it from the accumulator to port and make rs1 is equal to 1 because you are sending the data, and rw bar for writing, you are writing that character on the display of LCD. E1 is equal to 1 should be for high pulse to enable. Next give the some time for LCD, again you are sending the e is equal to 0 for high to low pulse. This is going to continued, and for the delay of 50 the delay is going to execute 255 times into 50. This is a delay for to display one character on the LCD screen. Same program I have written in terms of C. Okay, write an 805 and C program to send the number 2016 to the LCD using the VGFlag methods. Here I have written, first you have to set all the ports which are using in the program by using the S-bit data types. I given the different variable names which are the commands you are using: rs, rw, enable, bgflag and ldata. This all 3 you have to assign the numbers. rs is for to check whether you are sending data or command, and rw means whether you are writing or reading. Enable to enable your display. Busy flag, using the busy flag you are going to control the functions. Here I am making 38 0E106 86. These are initial conditions, initial commands to initialize your LCDs, already explained in the assembly language program. Now I am sending 4 datas, that's why I written here LCD datas 4 times. commands LCD CMD you have to write to send the commands. This makes difference between sending the commands, sending the data. For data 2016 written with the double quotes indicates ASCII value of 4 character is going to display. For LCD command, its subroutine return here function. What will be happens in LCD command? You are sending the commands. Before sending the data, you have to ask the LCD whether it's ready for, that is LCD ready function is calling. Again LCD ready function return below, and that it is going to check the busy flag and keep RS0. You are sending the commands RW1 for to read, and keep on checking a busy flag whether it is 1 or not. If it is 1, enable 0, MS delay, and enable 1. That indicates it's enable the LCD display. For delay, wait for some time. For that I have written the MS delay function here. Next, for LCD data, in that you have to keep again asking the LCD ready function. Again it is going to check the busy flag to make ready LCD. After that it takes the value of your data. Next, RS1 to send the data. RW should be 0. Enable the screen of LCD. Again keep some delay, enable, make it 0. That is the way it is going to display all the characters. Now next, same way, instead of displaying the numbers, you have to display the characters, that is India. Here same initial position. While sending the commands, you have to follow same numbers, and only here instead of numbers you have to send the characters INDIA. Same thing I have written all in double quotes, and you have to call every time command. If you are sending the commands, initially you have to send the commands 38 0E 01 06 86. For what purpose you are sending, already I have explained in previous program. And for every sending the commands, you have to call the command subroutine. After that you have to give the some delay time. It is going to repeated until to send all the commands. After that immediately you start sending all the characters INDIA. For every character it has to be sent by using the data subroutine. You have to call by using the call data WRT. It will be repeated. After that you have to call some delay for all the characters. And for command subroutine, what are the things you have to consider? You have to keep LCD in command mode. Write mode RW is equal to 0. That's why written here. E1 is equal to 1. That is assigned for the particular bit. Which are the bits connected to which port bits, according to that one are selected. This is, you will get it from the interfacing diagrams. That's why I use only those pins of port which are connected to the particular bits of your LCDs. You have to go through the interface diagram, will understand. Next you have to call the delay. Same thing for data subroutines. How data will be sent, what are the steps you have to take if you want to send the data. RS1 should be 1. Okay, here RW R bar W is 0. E1 should be high. Give some delay, again make it 0 by sending high to low pulse. And for delay I am using 50. R4 is 255. Until unless it is becomes 0 R4, it will be in the delay. This is a delay program. Move R3 50. Here move R4 hash to 55, and it will be in same loop till R4 becomes 0. After again R3 becomes 0, it will be in the delay. This is the end of the RET and end of the program. Next question is, write the schematic algorithm and a program to interface ADC 0804 to 8051. Ask for 10 marks. Same question they are going to ask. Write the schematic for interfacing the ADC 0804 to 8051. It asks for 5 marks. In first one you have to write schematic interfacing as well as program, that is for 10 marks. Second one, no need to write the program, simply you have to write schematic how you are going to interface 0804 to 8051. That means only this much, whatever you are seeing in this page. Schematic, how it is going to connected. So ADC means analog to digital converters are among the most widely used devices for data acquisition. A physical quantity like temperature, pressure, humidity and vector are converted into electrical signals like voltage and current signals using a device called transducer or sensor. You need an analog to digital converter to translate the analog values to or analog signals to digital numbers. So microcontroller can read those digital numbers. That's why you need the ADCs. Now you see the pin description of ADC 0804. That is, it is an IC which perform analog to digital conversion. It works with 5 volts. It has a resolution of 8 bits, and conversion time is another major factor in judging an ADC, because for conversion how much time is going to take to convert your analog signal to digital signals. So conversion time is defined as time it takes the ADC to convert analog input to a binary number. Already have to, this is the function, this is the definition for conversion time. In ADC 0804 conversion time varies. It is going to vary. It depends on the clocking signals which is applied to the clock R and clock in pins, but it cannot be faster than 110 microseconds. Here conversion time, how it is going to measured, depends on the which type of clocking signals you are applied to the ADC 0804 through the clock R and clock in pins. The maximum you can perform the conversion time is 110 microseconds. Then clock in, clock R, both are is an input pin connected to an external clock source. To use the internal clock generator is also called self-clocking, and clock in and clock R pins are connected to capacitors and resistors, and the clock frequency is determined by using the this methods. Here the you have formula to calculate that one. Okay, if you take typical values, resistor is 10k ohms, is 150 picofarad, then we get frequency of your signal is 606 kilohertz and conversion time is 110 microseconds. Here reference by, it is used for reference voltage. This is the open pin not connected. The analog input voltage in the range of 0 to 5 volts, same as the VCC pin. So if analog input range needs to be 0 to 4 volts, and V reference by 2 is connected to 2 volts. Step size is smallest change in discerned by the ADC V reference by 2 relation to the V in range. V reference by 2 is used to convert your analog to digital values. If you have the input voltage 0 to 5 volt, then no need to use V reference by 2. Suppose you need range in between 0 to 4 volts, then you have to use V reference by 2. That is makes the changes the ranges of output voltage in the range of 0 to 4 by selecting the V reference by 2 is 2 volt. Step size becomes the smallest. That is going to change your ADC V reference by 2 relation to the input voltage range. Next, D0 to D7, which is going to give the digital values after conversion of analog signals. The digital data output pins, there are tri-state buffered. The converted data is accessed only when CS is 0, RD is found, force low. To calculate the output voltage using this formula, D out is equal to V in divided by step size. D out means digital data output in decimal, will get it, and V in is analog voltage, which is get it from the analog signals, and step size is nothing but the resolution is the smallest change. In this way we can calculate the output voltage. Now another pin, these are pins we are discussing now according to the pin description of your 0804. Analog and digital grounds, you are connected to the ground of analog pin, that's analog ground pin. Digital ground is connected to the ground of the VCC pin. To isolate both analog input signal from the transient voltages caused by the digital switching of output D0 to D7, this contributes to the accuracy of the digital data output. Next, another pins are V in plus and V in minus. This is because analog voltage will get changes from negative to positive voltage, so you will get both voltage levels. That is, difference of both is going to get by using V in plus and V in minus. V in minus is connected to the ground, V in plus used as an analog input to be converted. RD means it is output enable pin. It is high to low signal you have to send through the RD to get the 8-bit converted data out from the ADC 0804. INTR, it is the end of conversion. After once conversion is completed, it goes low to signal, it becomes a low, that is low to the signal, the CPU, the converted data is ready to pick it up. So after that, the CPU of 805 is going to get the converted data to further processing. Next, WR, it is start conversion. When WR makes low to high transition, ADC 0804 start converting the analog input value to in to an 8-bit digital numbers. So finally, CS is the active low input used to activate the 0804 of ADC. If you want to make the analog to digital conversion, you have to enable by using the CS. Then how to enable? You follow the below steps. Make CS is equal to 0 and send a low to high pulse to pin the WR to start conversion, and monitor the INTR pin, that is end of conversion. Keep high, follow and polling, but if low, conversion is complete. If it is high, it is makes the conversion. So after conversion, again you have to go for next step. Make CS is equal to 0 and by sending the high to low pulse to pin read to get the data out. This is the interfacing of ADC 0804 with clock from the XTAL2 to of 8051. How you are going to interface ADC with 8051? You can see in the diagram. You have to draw this one. Then how to write the program in ADC 0804 for conversion your analog signal into digital signals. Here you have to take data. My data equivalent to P1. You will get the data from the P1 port that is stored into my data. Next in P1, first you use it as input port. So that is you have to make write output. If you want to write anything, you have to make it 1. Move P1 comma hash 0 FFH to make all the bits of P1 is high. That is keep ready for writing. Set bit P2.7. Next back clear P2.6. Set B P2.6. This is make to high to low transactions to start the conversion. Next here JB P2.7. Here keep on checking the bit of P2.7. This is during the conversion period. Once it is becomes 1, that is end of the. Once it becomes 0, that's end of conversion. Again you have to make it P2.5. Next the data ready data is read by the accumulator of 8051. Again to repeat same thing, again keep set B P2.5. The same process is going to repeat. The same program written in terms of C, that is hash include REG_Pit1.h, S bit, read pin, write pin, INTR pin and my data pin is connected particular bits of ports and data is taken from the P1, and here make it as input port. So my data is equal to 0xFF, INTR should be 1, RDR should be 1, WR should be 1. After that start with the loop, that is conversion is going to start. That's written with the while loop. WR make it 0, WR is 1, while INTR is equal to 1. Checking for keep on checking status of the INTR. Once it becomes 1, RD becomes 0. Value the converted data is stored into the value, and after that ID make it 1. Third question is write a schematic algorithm and program to interface DAC to 8051 and generate a triangular waveform. Ask for 10 marks. Then how to convert digital to analog, that is by using the DAC converter. Then how it is going to interface. In 8051 you are using DAC 0808, and this method is very useful. It is going to perform by using the R/2R ladder. There are so many methods to convert digital to analog values. So here I am using the method of R/2R ladder, that is to convert our digital value into analog values. Here for using the DAC you have to generate a triangular waveforms. Here you can see how DAC 0808 is there and how it is going to convert by using I out is equal to I reference into all the 8-bit data, that is D0 to D7, which is divided by respect to multiplers of 2's, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 32. It's a different bit position of binary conversion. 2 is to 0, next is 4, next 8, like that. 2 is to 3, 2 is to 4, 2 is to 5 is going to divide. And here usually reference current is 2 milliampere. Ideally you connect the output pin to a resistor, convert this current to voltage and monitor output of the scope, and using the oscilloscope it causes an inaccuracy. Hence op-amp is used to convert output current to voltage. Here you are using the op-amp to convert output which is get it from the DAC, that is processed from the 8051. How to interface the 8051 to with DAC 0808? You can see the figure now below. I'll show the figure in detail. Okay, you can see the figure. which are pins connected where. So this is a pins are connected like this. Okay, just go through this diagram. 8 data bits which is connected, 0th bit of port 1 to 7th bit of port 1 on the ground, and VCC to give the power supply to DAC. Next, reference voltage is V reference plus connected to the 5 plus, V reference is connected to minus is ground to get the analog voltage levels, and comparison is going to connect 100 picofarad, and finally op amp is going to connect to convert our output current to voltage. This way the connection of 8051 to the DAC 0808. Now we'll see the assembly language program to generate a triangular waveform. The program is move a comma #00. It's a starting point of triangular wave. Already you have seen triangular waveform. It start with 0 and then that peak value maximum in 8051 is FF. Next increment move P1 comma A, 0 is started with a port. Next increment A, 00 becomes 01. CJNE A comma 255, every values after every increment compare with the 255 until A becomes 255, the loop is going to repeat. So INCR loop. After that decrement move P1 comma A, because once it reach one side, again from triangular wave maximum to it reach 0. That is the way of generation of triangular waveform. Now decrement move P1 comma A, once it reach A 255, now move P1 comma A 255 to 0. So decrement A 255 becomes 254, and finally it's compared with 00. Season A comma 00. Next loop is going to happens here. Here this is the label, that is DECR. It will be in the loop until A becomes 0. After that it is going to short jump, it is going to repeat like that. Repeatedly triangular waveforms is going to generate. In this way the generation of triangular waveform is going to happens. Next we will see, write the schematic algorithm and program to interface stepper motor to 8051 and to rotate the motor in anti-clockwise direction using the wave drive sequence. Wave drive sequence, either we can use 8 step sequence or full step sequence means 8 step. Or same question they ask for, sketch a schematic for interfacing stepper motor to 8051, 5 marks. For 5 marks no need to write the program. For 10 marks you have to write all the program along with the schematic as well as interfacing. That is, schematic for means you have to draw the interfacing, how you are going to interface the stepper motor with 8051. Before that, how stepper motor is going to work, what is the inside is there. I have given the structure of stepper motor. Here we have the 4 windings you can see in the stepper motor. One is rotor, another stator. How it is connected, the mainly it is stepper motor used in the 805 in different application like disk drives, dot matrix printer, robotics, and actually how it is constructed, this is, you can go through the diagram and read the structure how it is connected. You will understand this is structure of stepper motor. Next, this is a 4-step sequence. In 4-step sequence all 4 windings are connected and steps are going to change according to the sequence which is are going to give. If phase is on clockwise direction as shown here, this is clockwise. The same sequence you started from 4 to 1 is a counterclockwise, that is you can say anti-clockwise. And this is a 8051 interface to the stepper motor. 4 bits of port 1 is connected to the stepper motor windings, all 4 windings A, B, C, D, and through the drivers. Okay, this is a 8051 connection to the stepper motor. Okay, 2 phases on. Next, how to write the clockwise anti-clockwise direction using the view full step sequence or 4-step sequence continuously. Move A comma 66H, that is you can get it from here. This is, you can see which one they have written 66, that is they have taken 66, this is sequence, or you can take this sequence only. This is clockwise you have to come. Okay, first which sequence you are written, same sequence you are written in reverse to make anti-clockwise. 66 stored in A to port, and rotate right A. After next sequence you will get it. Call the delay SMP back. This is going to repeat for 4 times. Delay program move R1 comma 100, move R2 comma 50 up. DJNZ R2 up. here to rotate your stepper motor. So in this way you have to write the program. Okay, and next, if you want to rotate anti-clockwise direction, you have to follow, just instead of RRA you have to just follow the RLA. Okay, to rotate stepper motor anti-clockwise, only you have to change this instruction. It's enough to rotate stepper motor anti-clockwise, remaining thing will be same. The same program written in terms of C. Hash include RG51.h wide main. It is rotate continuously. For that I have used the file 1. First number I have taken 66. Same thing I have started here. P1 is equal to 0x66. After that call delay, ms delay of 200 millisecond. ms delay program written here for 1 millisecond. For unsigned int ix, so x comma y, x is equal to 0, x less than 1275, x plus plus. Next, for y is equal to 0, y less than value, y plus plus. This is a delay program. After that, next sequence 33, 99, cc. Okay, the same values is going to happen after rotating every time by the contents of accumulator. 66 rotating 1 bit, it becomes 33. After rotating 33, it becomes 99. After 99, it becomes cc. Same program, if you want to rotate in anti-clockwise, you have to start with cc here. After cc 99, after 99 33, after 33 66. All four write it in reverse to get the stepper motor anti-clockwise. Now next is write a schematic algorithm and program to interface a DC motor to 8051 to run the motor with 35% duty cycle. This is a 10 marks question. Here in 8051 you are going to use DC motors widely to translate the electrical pulses into mechanical movement. The motor has two leads, positive and negative. Connecting them to the DC voltage supplies moves the motor in one directions. By reversing the polarity, so you can rotate the motor in anti-clockwise directions. So basic difference between stepper and DC motor is stepper motor moves in steps while DC motor moves continuously. And another difference with the stepper motor, that is number of steps can be counted, while it is not possible in DC motor because the DC motor runs continuously. That's why you can't calculate the stepper. So you can find out RPM is either with a no load, it is few thousands of to tens of thousand. And with load RPM it decreases with the increase in the load. This is, and depends on the voltage and current ratings, we can calculate the RPM of our DC motors. That's given in the explanation. Next, how DC motor is rotates, clockwise direction and anti-clockwise directions. Here how motor is running, motor is not running, what will be the windings. If clockwise directions, how it is going to run through the windings. Clockwise direction, sorry, anti-clockwise directions. If you are short circuited, how motor is going to shorted with the windings. This edge bridge motor configuration will say. So DC motor has a 4 states: not running state, clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction, and finally short circuit directions. And this is the program for to run your DC motor with 35% duty cycle. 35% duty cycle means 35% only DC motor on, the remaining 65% DC motor should be off. So I have written here delay with delay of 35 and 65. If 35 delay with motor is on, that is motor is equal to 1. Otherwise 65% is 0. This is going to run depends on switch. I have connected a switch. If switch is equal to 1, that means if I press the switch, the DC motor is on, unless unless motor should be off state. So for that I have taken hash include RG51.h s bit switch is equal to connected to the P2.7. Through switch you have to control the DC motor until unless switch becomes 1, your motor will not run. So next s bit motor MTR means motor is equal to P1 cap 0. Next keep switch 1 and initially motor winding is 0, while for file it should be 1. Next enter, check for the switches are 1 or not, 1 or 0. If switch is equal to 1, motor should be 1, that is run for 35%. Next it is else switch is 0, keep motor off for 65%. And finally you have to write the delay program. Delay program is same delay program, you write it there also. So this is a ms delay, you can write the ms delay, name should be also same, otherwise it gives the errors. Like this you have to write the program to run your DC motor 35% duty cycle. Suppose if you want to change the duty cycle, if suppose they have given 50% duty cycle, then in place of 35 just to write on 50, and on state off state again 50. Both together, on and off together, should be give 100%. Okay, in this way you can change the program. In the exams if they ask the different duty cycle, don't worry, just in place of 35 just note down the 65. With this your all the questions for 6 and 8 which are asked in question bank, I have given the solutions. Still if you get any other questions or if you get any doubts, you can ask me and I will clarify your doubts. Thanks for watching this video.